And here we are. It's another episode of the Uncanny Spirits Club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the episode number 61. And I have something interesting for you. Tonight, I have Buchanan's Deluxe. The lighting is kind of bad. Buchanan's Deluxe. Let me see if I can make that better for you, actually. I'm going to use my phone light here. Buchanan's Deluxe. There we go. See? Lighting. Blended scotch whiskey. Ooh, blast myself in the face. It is aged for 12 years. And it's 80 proof. And this was about $30 and some change. And I've had this for a little while, actually. I've had this for several weeks. And I've actually had some out of it because I brought it over. I got it during a get-together with Rob, and we tried some other things as well. We tried some new absinthe that I'd like to get your opinion on at some point. And but I've been wanting to do a proper tasting of it, and I just haven't had a chance. So I've been trying to go easy on the bottle. You can see, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous bottle, by the way. You can see that I haven't taken very much out of it. Gorgeous bottle. It has these little like wax seals on the sides. It's a twist cap. There's no cork. Now, the weird thing about this is we didn't know how to open it because after you took off the seal here, there was a plastic bit on the inside that blocked the flow. And we were like, that's weird. We had to pry it out with a screwdriver. And inside was a capsule, and the capsule had a little glass bead, like a little glass marble, almost, like a little bit bigger than a pearl. And I've tried to find out online what that's all about, and there's nothing about it. There's nothing on the story on the box. There's nothing on the bottle. There's no explanation for what that little glass bead was doing. And it was built into the bottle. It wasn't just like a mistake, like it would just happen to be in there floating around. No, it was built in to the neck of the bottle. Mysteries. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I won some kind of contest. Maybe it's like if you find the bead, you win like $100 or something. $1 million. Yay. Nothing. Can't find anything about it. No mention of it anywhere. So it'll go down as a mystery. The next time I buy a bottle of this, I'll find out if it's there's another one in there, or if it was just a one-time thing, and who knows. But let's give this a proper tasting. It smells like a nice scotch. Rob thought that it was peaty, and it is a little smoky, but it doesn't smell like it's actual peated whiskey. And the few times I've had some of it before, I decided, no, don't drink anymore. You have to save it for the tasting. I couldn't decide. I'd had other alcohols, and I think I messed with my taste buds, so I couldn't get a proper taste of it. So we're going to find out tonight if it is indeed peaty or not. And because I'm going to be continuing to drink this after the stream is over, or the recording rather, I poured myself a generous amount. So I'm going to put that back in there. Now this is a blended Scotch whiskey. I'm going to drink a little bit of water too. I'm going to keep my palate clean. Also because I'm thirsty. It's a blended Scotch whiskey aged 12 years by the Buchanan's Distilling Company. So it's got a good color. a nice honey gold whiskey color. An interesting smell. It smells like a scotch, but it's hard to place what kind of a scotch. It doesn't necessarily smell as clean and as bright as a Macallan or a Glenfiddich. It doesn't smell quite as earthy as a Glenmorangie, and it doesn't really smell peaty like a Bruichladdich or a Laphroaig um, a Lagavulin or something like that. So, or an Ardbeg. That's the one I was thinking. I can think, what's that A one? So hard to say. Let's give it a taste and find out what we think. It's got a sharpness, bit of a bite. It does taste more. It tastes like a peated Highland whiskey, which is interesting because generally the peated stuff you get like Ely kind of things from the islands, and the Highland scotches tend to be different. I can taste the peat now that I'm giving this my proper attention. It is a bit swampy, but it also tastes a little bit like Glenmorangie. It doesn't taste smoky, like it hasn't been smoked. It's not like a smoky bourbon or something like that, or like the famous grouse, which is another Scotch. Um, it's hard to pin down, honestly, and I don't think it helps the flavors all that much. I think there's too much competing with each other with this one. It can't decide what kind of Scotch it wants to be. Like they took a blend of this and a blend of that, and they're like, "There we go, that'll work." And I don't think a couple of the things that they blended really matched each other very well. It's not bad. I mean, I always say this. It's not the worst whiskey I've ever had. Um, but I'm not sure I'm going to get this one again because it just doesn't do anything for me. It's got a sharpness that's weird compared with the taste. And while I generally like peated things, I don't think this mixes with whatever else that they have in there very well. My cats are going nuts right now. Like the cats are going crazy. I don't know what that's all about. Let me block out some of that light. I should have done that at the beginning, huh? It's my porch light. It's dark here, actually, so you don't think it's like broad daylight and I'm drinking in the middle of the day. It's actually 2:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a late one. Your guys are gonna see your guys. You guys are gonna see this at 9:30 p.m. like always, but this is when I recorded it. So, yeah, it's a bit complicated and not in a way that I think is good. I think it kind of pulls itself down by trying to be too many things at once. Yeah, has a definite sourness. Um, the peaty taste kind of sneaks in there, and it just doesn't blend well. It's not the best blend you could get. Now, there's when I bought this, there were two kinds. There was this, which was the $30 Buchanan's Deluxe, and then there was an $80 version, which was aged, I believe, 18 years. And now I'm kind of interested in how that would taste. I think you'd get a lot more of the woody taste, and it would taste like peated wood, which sounds terrible, but you know, it's hard to say. I think that was matured in wine casks, though, whereas this doesn't say. It doesn't say what kind of barrels and casks it was matured in. So I don't know. There's some mysteries about it, like the pearl thing and all that. and it just ended up not being all that great. Um, so that's that. So that's the Buchanan's. If I get around to it in the near future, maybe I will try to review the $80 version and see if there's a difference as far as the taste and all that stuff goes. But who knows? Price doesn't always mean the difference in this kind of stuff. You can, like the Whistle Pig 12-year-old Old World Rye, I'm still not a huge fan of. I found that if you pair the right food with it, it alters the flavor immensely, and it can taste different and better. I think it's definitely something you have to pair with food. I don't think you can just drink it straight. Because remember, I said it tasted like dishwashing liquid, but it does make a decent enough old fashioned. So there's that. Um, so yeah, that's all I got for that. Not sure what I have on deck for you next time, but we will find out in the future. So until then, as I always say, cheers.